Can fallen angels be saved, and righteous angels from the God side, can they fall away? Or is that a one-time thing that is not going to happen again?
I don't believe there's any evidence for angelic redemption. The idea of shrinking one kingdom and growing another, because it is linked to the fullness of the Gentiles. And I often get asked the question, are these just idiots? Like, do they really think they can win? Well, no, they're not idiots, and they know who God is, and they know they're not going to beat God. But since they also know that what God is up to, and the return of the Lord and the day of the Lord, which is their final judgment, according to Scripture, they know that what needs to happen before that is the Gentiles being brought back in. So if they can forestall that, if they can keep people lost and enslaved, that also forestalls the awakening of Israel. And that forestalls the final judgment of the day of the Lord. That forestalls the second coming. If they can just kick the can down the road long enough, they're good with that. That's a good definition of victory for them because it extends their own existence. So in that sense, they do think they can pull something off, or at least delay the inevitable. All of that, again, is this, growing one kingdom, diminishing another. I don't see any evidence. I think actually angelic redemption is denied in Hebrews 2 because the whole plan of salvation is linked to the incarnation. And the Son of God became a man. He did not become an angel. He did not become something else. He became human. The whole history of salvation is linked to humanity, not to them. I address this. I have a good bit of this on my blog. In the second book, I give it a longer treatment, the angelic redemption idea in more detail. But I think Hebrews 2 specifically rejects the idea. Now, the flip side of that, can angels fall again? Because in Christian tradition, we're sort of made to think that this is an impossibility. It's all set in stone, which is also linked to the mythical third of the angels rebelling before creation or before the fall, which there isn't a single Bible verse that says that. Again, that's reading Revelation 12 and ignoring what Revelation 12 says. The Revelation 12, the war in heaven breaks out in response to the birth of the Messiah. Just read the passage, the child born, okay, and then its mother, Israel, gets run off into the wilderness and persecuted. Well, it has nothing to do with creation. They're people on the earth, and the Messiah, we know when that happened. We know when he was born, so it has nothing to do before the fall. It's the only time you see the word third and angel in any verse. This is a myth, but getting back to the question, we tend to, again, have this filtered through tradition. My answer is this. Because even the good guys are lesser than God, that means they are imperfect, just by definition. And it's the same for us, even in our glorified state. Now, we're made so much like Jesus that it's kind of a dumb question, but we're not Jesus. We don't become full deity and all that kind of stuff. We are in some ways still lesser, recognizing all of that. And so because of that, you have to say, well, I suppose that it's possible that a good guy could still fall. God does say in Job a couple places that he doesn't trust his holy ones. He charges them with error. They can mess up. Not perfect. We get that. But that's a little like saying that it's possible that I will win a Nobel Prize and an Academy Award and be your next American Idol. Okay? That is not going to happen. None of those things is going to happen. It is completely implausible while at the same time being theoretically possible. Those are not antonyms. Those two ideas can coexist together, something that is theoretically possible but completely implausible. And that's what you have in that situation here.